Are you a prisoner to your emotions? Have you ever wondered why you cry? Have you ever been captivated by the poetry and power of your own tears? If you have the courage, take this journey with us today with a depth of emotion. Tears hold the mystery of our untold stories. Can you imagine unraveling the enchanting world of tears? When we strip down to the bare essentials, tears are around where science meets with spirituality. This is a realm where vulnerability dances with inner strength. Brace yourself for an immersive journey, and you may want to get a box of Kleenex. This topic brings up for you sensitive issues or opens up a doorway that you never knew existed before. This is a common experience for many people entering into learning and awakening to the self. While you brace yourself for this immersive journey, consider how profound our tears in the reality of being human, both male and female, of all ages. Tears have not only a cleansing function in our being, but also are pathways to awakening, pathways to inner strength. Sometimes difficult, quite often moving. We can celebrate the mesmerizing mystique that is the land of tears. In this silent symphony, we're not only in the valleys of humanity, but at the foothills of our greatest strengths. This is the most profound and enlightening journey for humanity. Take this journey with us. Examine yourself. Have you hardened yourself to the experience of tears? Do you disguise your feelings out of a sense of pride? Are you shortchanging yourself when you hold back this natural and really quite amazing gift? The natural impulse of tears can be learned, and it can be an acquired skill to allow ourselves to cry. When we allow ourselves to find a safe place to let go in small ways, to allow the flow of tears, we are standing on the threshold of a new adventure, of self-discovery. When it comes to the gift of tears, self-discovery is really a pathway to emotional recovery. When we first enter in on this journey, it can be quite overwhelming, and we may shed tears of gratitude for the simple and profound realization that we are human, that we do have emotions, that we've been stuffing this up for so many years. But change is possible. When the darkness and shadows of life seem to overwhelm us, especially during times of death, crisis, and major upheaval, the gift of tears can be a release and can lead to new awakening in strength and resilience and inner power. These are profound and human experiences. Tears of empathy and sympathy for those who are suffering pain and grief and loss is a true gift of the heart and a sign that we can deepen our connections and our care and love for others. At the same time, thoughts of a deceased loved one or a friend who has passed away really moves the heart at times. And my God gives us a sense of how grateful we can be for those people that we once had in our lives who are with us no longer, but still live within our heart and who are a light in our soul. Tears can also bring great joy and can release ecstatic and wonderful feelings by allowing ourselves to weep when we really need to weep, to feel our emotions and to allow them to flow. By learning this, we can open ourselves up to a kind of blissful awareness that transforms the depth of emotion into the experience of a heightened awareness of our connection with each other, of our value and gratitude for life. And this leads to an awakening of a spiritual insight that comes mostly as a gift through tears. When looking through a window into the mystery of the land of tears, we have to wonder, this valley is also not that far away from the foothills of humanity. And as such, we want to explore the science and the spirituality of tears. To do this, we look at the insights from science and of Western mysticism and of Eastern wisdom. Philosophers in ancient Greece and Rome posited that tears have a purgative function, a purifying function. They release energy and allow us to cleanse the body and the mind. Modern psychology takes a rather similar perspective and tends to agree with these ancient points of view. In modern psychology, we see the role of crying and of tears as a mechanism of the body and the mind and the heart, the emotional self, that allows a release of stress and of emotional pain. Crying serves an important function of releasing energy. When we bottle up this energy, in psychology we call this a form of repression, and sometimes the powerful aspect of denial overshadows what we are repressing inside. These feelings and this energy builds up over time. It stores itself in our body in various ways. By holding this in, we do not do ourselves a great service. By releasing this energy in ways that are safe for us and for others is a really important process to learn. The shadows of repression can have really significant outcomes. When we repress our feelings, we become less resilient. Our immune system is understood to be compromised in certain ways, and when this is chronic over time, the compromise accumulates and perhaps manifests in various diseases and other conditions. Cardiovascular disease is one example. Another is hypertension. Another very common outcome is autoimmune diseases and more sensitivity to allergies and environmental issues or sensitivities. Our vulnerability to various health conditions tend to increase, including our lack of capacity to cope with stress, anxiety, and an increased risk for depression. Crying has been shown to increase our attachment capabilities. Our attachment capabilities are how we function within our relationships at optimal levels. Tears and crying can enable us to feel more connected with others instead of less connected. By allowing our feelings to surface and to be expressed in safe and generative ways, we allow closeness and the possibility of empathy. We reconnect possibly with friends or family. We share the reality of our inner lives with them, and we're often very surprised at their reactions and their capacity to accept how we feel and to understand us even that much more. The science of tears suggests 3 different kinds of tears: reflex tears, continuous tears, and emotional tears. These 3 categories assist scientists in their study of what is the nature of tears. The first 2 categories perform the important function of removing debris, such as smoke and dust or dirt from the eyes, and lubricating our eyes to help protect them from infections. The content of the tears is 98% water. Kind of reminds me of the ancient traditions of baptism, where the water of baptism is sprinkled and blessed with sacred salt, as a symbol of how our tears, how our lives are manifest within nature, within the power of the ocean, within the gift of being born from the waters of the womb of our mothers. Tears have a very scientific and empirical reality, and yet such a deep symbolism within all of the different cultures of humanity. The third category, emotional tears, allow the system to flush of stress hormones and other toxins from our bodies. This is quite interesting, and the study of this is quite fascinating. This potentially offers major health benefits in the body of an individual who expresses emotional tears. Researchers have established that crying actually releases oxytocin and endogenous opioids, also known as endorphins. Hopefully I said those words correctly. These are feel-good chemicals that help to ease both physical and emotional pain. Isn't that fascinating? Our tears help to trigger chemicals in the mind, which help to ease physical and emotional pain. What an amazing function. Popular culture also is well known for the value of a good cry as a way to feel better, and maybe even to experience physical pleasure. The release of tears can be cathartic, absolutely. Learning and practicing the positive health outcomes of crying and of tears is an attitude that is best begun when we are in our childhood, when we have parents who can be sensitive towards our feelings and can allow us to learn how to express feelings in positive ways. In our next video, we will explore the cultural, spiritual, and mystical traditions associated with the gift of tears. I hope that you'll join us. Click on the next video within this video series. And please do like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so that you can be notified of our releases on YouTube. And we so value your time, and thank you so much for being with us today. Please join us at awakenability.com, where we offer innovative programs for personal and professional growth and integrity. Also, we offer our consultancy in an exclusive format for those who want to spend some time with us one-on-one. Thank you so much. We wish you well, and we bless you and your family for the next 7 generations. Many blessings.